guys? Sam Pearce here again, talking to you today about how to rebound out of a show and how to manage post-comp depression. So, you know, it's easy to talk about myself because, you know, I've just come out of a show, as you guys know. We're still documenting everything and showing you guys how I rebound out of a show. And rebounding out of a show, that, you know, there's numerous methods to do it, you know, and depending on how your body's feeling is how you should rebound out of a show. I've tried to get all motivated and done the whole calorie surplus thing and, you know, get back on everything and hit the ball running because you're still lean and you want to explode after the show and fill back out and all that kind of stuff. But really, it can work if it's done right, but there's a lot of different variables. So the way I'm trying to explain to you guys today is, when you come out of a show, you got plenty of motivation. Whether you win, lose or draw, you know, you either got a point to prove or you won the show and you want to come back bigger and better. Doesn't matter who you are, bikini, bodybuilder, whatever. Now the problem is that, you know, you start eating all this nice food and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to put this size on, you know, I'm going to, you know, fill back out, you know, but yeah, your muscles are pretty deprived and weakened and could probably go with some higher calories. What else are you deprived of? Fat and water. You know, so you coming out and thinking that you're putting on, oh yeah man, I've put on like 20 kilos in 2 weeks. You're a fucking idiot. I put on 10 kilos in a week. You're a fucking idiot, okay? I had the carb load for a week coming into my show, I lost 3 kilos that week. So if you're putting on that amount of weight after a show, you are doing it completely wrong, okay? What I like to do after a show, myself personally, is I like to take a bit of time off. I'm still training 3 to 4 days a week. I'm really back to pace off, and I'm going to have a rest day, have an extra rest day. The food I'm eating, you know, is still similar to the foods I'm eating now. Like I just inhaled a muffin, I'm about to train. You know, but I think, you know, for the next 3 to 4 weeks while your body's kind of adapting to what just happened, I think it's best to just take your foot off the pedal a little bit. Don't go overboard on eating. Yeah, relax, but don't go overboard in eating, okay? I think what you need to be doing is you need to be looking in a way and saying, okay, well, let my body recover. You know, all the niggles and injuries, you know, you're very run down. If you're not run down after a show, sorry, you just weren't training hard enough for the show. And that's the truth. You know, I've done these things before where, you know, I've come out of a show and this and this and this, and what happens is that, you know, if you're putting the foot down after the show for so long, you might last at the start, so you can say, sweet, nah, Sam, I don't know what you're talking about. I trained hard and I've come out of the show all guns blazing. I've done that too. Yes, I've done that. But how long can you have the foot down the Ferrari for? How long till it conks out? So you have to be listening to your body in this stage, guys. And I think taking a 3 to 4 week kind of down period where if you can push yourself on a set, push yourself on a set. Should you be doing heavy weights? No. You know, do some cool shit that you never tried before. Do some, you know, high pumped up stuff, blood flow work, squeezing, time under tension. You will still grow from that because it's still a change in what you've been doing the whole time anyway. With your calories, manipulate your calories a bit. You know, what I said to you guys, I've said it before in my other video when I was eating breakfast. You know, swap some calories around. You know, you're not on a strict diet anymore, so if you look at your calories, say, on an overall day-to-day basis, and, you know, you got your macros per meal, do a little bit of an efficient macros approach, you know. So if you were meant to have post-workout this amount of carbs, you know, whatever it is, don't have it from rice, go have some potato or some pasta, you know, if you can tolerate breads and things like that, do that. Just change things up so, you know, you can still feel the need, you can feel that need of having other foods, but you're not going to go out and splurge, okay? Because that's the other thing too, when we say about a post-comp rebound, people rebound very badly. And they rebound very badly because after a show, you can develop into this kind of post-comp depression. So this is where the second part of this video, where it can kind of gel together, because the post-comp depression comes to the fact and the realization you haven't put a lot of muscle after the show, you gained a fuckload of fat, you feel like shit, you're training like shit, you're not doing any cardio, you're lazy, and that just spirals down further and further and further because you're like, fuck it, I've come this far anyway, I might as well just eat some more shit food. No, I'm not going to bother training, or I can't do cardio now, I've come too far, like you know, it won't do anything for me anyway. You know, then you get this depressive state. Your metabolic rate is fucked, okay? you're trying to recover from something that you can't recover from, and really, you know, it only takes 3 to 4 weeks of being like this to ruin a whole 20 weeks worth of work. So my approach, I feel, is a lot smarter. It's better long term, you know. So I'm just giving myself 3 to 4 weeks, downplay a little bit, throw in a cool new exercise that I saw off the internet, off Instagram, whatever the fuck I saw it. Try a few new training methods, you know. Again, where you're not looking to go all out 110%, you know, where you can put your wrists and, you know, the risk of your joint pain, tendon pain, muscle pain, further recovery, things like that, and running yourself in the ground with your CNS system. You know, I'm still working for that. So yeah, I'm only training 3 or 4 days a week until I feel my body's coming out to that place where I'm like, you know what, I can start pushing a little bit more today. I can start eating a little bit more today. I feel like going back on my diet and being a bit more strict today. You know, I'm kind of going these stages and ticking off the boxes. Yeah, again, you know, going back to what I was saying before with the different methods coming out of a show, the only kind of method I've seen work coming out of a show is similar to the backing off method, as far as when you got back-to-back shows. Okay, so if you were doing, say, back-to-back shows, if you had, like, say, a 20-week prep again after the show, or in my case, you know, I could be looking at something as close as a 16-week prep in the next couple of weeks if I decide to do it. You know, you need to be smart about it, because obviously you still need to train. But again, if you come out all guns blazing, you won't last a 20-week prep. So I would still suggest the same thing. Maybe this time though, instead of backing off the pace with your food, look on filling your body out with clean carbohydrates. You know, have maybe 3 or 4 weeks of training, where you know you're still getting the workload done. You might change a few things up, and as I said, change some variations. So you're not necessarily progressively overloading the body and putting it through that deep stress. We're still progressively overloading in a different way, so we're still stimulating in a different way. And then what we're doing is we're using those carbohydrates to help fill the body back out, give it a bit of rest, back the cardio for a little bit. Yeah, you might feel a little bit more and put on a little bit of water, but your body is gauging it over a certain period of time. Okay, again, but doing prep to prep is hard. You know, I did it 1 year and I tried to do the whole foot on the pedal for X amount of time, and I just got sick and put myself in hospital because my body was recovering. You know, we've all still got to work, we've all still got families, we've all got stuff we've got to do. So the best approach to do, I feel, coming out of a show is take some time off. I don't believe in taking complete time off, because look, we all love training. You know, why not? You know, you're a bit more motivated after the show anyway. Use it. Just use it correctly. Because falling into that post-comp depression is a very hard thing to get out of. So when I talk to you now about getting out of it, I've been through it. You know, you switch to partying, you switch to distractions, you switch to things to take your mind off it. And all you're really doing is you're putting yourself 3 to 6 months behind. So if you're going through that right now, my tips for that. My tips is to go back to the complete basics, okay? Drop back to 3 or 4 days a week training, okay? And train body parts that you want to train. You got weaker body parts, don't train, okay? Now, before all you fuckwits out there go out there and say, oh, what, you shouldn't be training weak body parts? My body part's weak as legs. You saying I shouldn't train legs? No, I'm not saying that, okay? All I'm saying to you right now is, in a state where you don't feel like training, in a state where you don't feel like dieting, in a state where you feel like you really hate yourself for how you look, and you're depressed on how bad you've gone after a show, let's just start 1 foot at a time and training one body part that we enjoy training. That might be twice a week, but guess what? It's better training that body part, or those several body parts that week that you know you like training, because guess what? That's progression. That's some sort of consistency. You know you'll be able to do that every week. Maybe if you don't like training arms, add that in every second week. Slowly add that kind of stuff back in. When it comes to dieting, same thing, give yourself variety. Work on foods that you actually like to eat. So then it doesn't feel like you're dieting. Don't try and go back to fish and greens and chicken and rice that you're having 1 week out for your show, because I don't want to fucking eat that either, right? And I like that food. So look at it a different way. Say to yourself, you know, what do I feel like eating? Okay, again, go back to that if it fits your macros approach, okay? These tools can be used, you know, because as you can see with me, I look at the benefits of everything. Okay? I look at everything we possibly can do and how we can capitalize on it and take the best out of everything. So in this case, while you're trying to work your way back out of it, work some if it fits your macros in. That way you know you're hitting your calorie needs and tick the box off. Okay, set goals for yourself every day and every week. Finish my diet for today. finish my training session, do 20 minutes of cardio. Try and get that done for 7 days that week. You know, you need to start in small steps coming back, because the problem is you finished on such a high, you finished on such an incredible high of finishing the show, whether you come first, second or last. That's now you're expected what you do. You know, where you saw your body change day to day in the last couple of weeks. That doesn't happen anymore when you're fat. All right, so skinny fat. So instead, you've got to look at it a different way. It's going to be a slower process. Your metabolism's slower. You got to start all over again. You know, so if you are got someone going through it right now, my biggest tip for you is to just start again. Take things very slowly and be patient. Okay, you're the one that got yourself into this. Okay, so only you're yourself to blame. So you're the only person that can get yourself out of this. No coach, no guru, no nothing. You know, I can't help you. No one can help you. All right, this is all mental. Okay, so start with easing your way back into things that make you happy. When you're in a happier state, you're in a positive state, and it makes you want to kick goals. Okay, focus on winning the day, winning the week, winning the month. Just about always preach to everything else in business, training, whatever it is. Okay, you want to battle post-comp depression? Start slow. Okay, let it build up. To recap, coming back onto what I was saying before about coming out of the show. If you're coming out of the show, you don't have a show for a bit, back things off, guys. You know, don't back it up completely, just back things off. Give your mental CNS a little bit of a break. Give your body a little bit of a break. Then start to realize when you can start to push, you can start to push. When you want to stay on the diet, you'll stay on the diet, okay? When you want to increase the tempo, you'll be able to increase the tempo. And it won't be increasing the tempo because it feels like you have to, because you don't want to fall into a bad state, okay? This is the time you should be enjoying time with your friends and family, okay? This is the time where you should be rebounding and doing the things that you want to be doing, okay? But give yourself that 3 to 4 weeks, then looking at starting your hard off season. Hope these tips worked well for you. I'm doing it right now. I just smashed my muffin. I'm about to get some legs, and hopefully I might be able to push a bit of weight today. So, look, guys, any questions like that kind of stuff, you know, you gotta shoot it through to me. I love these kind of questions that you have been shooting through. These were questions that I've been regularly asked by people as well. So, look, I love getting back to you guys. I appreciate all the support. You know, watch my YouTube. Make sure you please subscribe as well. Okay, when you subscribe, you know, it gives me that more of an incentive to keep pushing this content towards you guys. It's all free content. Okay, this is all the stuff I've been learning over the years, and I love giving back. So please, if you're watching this, please subscribe to content. Tell someone about it. That's the only thing I ask myself. I don't want money from you guys. You know, I'm not looking for clients and all that kind of stuff like other people are doing subliminally. Yeah, look, guys, I've got some things coming forward as well, as far as getting you guys a bit more engaged, so it's a bit more of an incentive for you to push you and your friends to subscribe to our channel as well. So we've got a few things in the pipeline for you, so please keep tuned. For now, the only thing I ask is tell a friend, bring them on board. I'm trying to educate you guys the best I can, so we can walk through this together. So we out. I'm about to hit legs.